Hello, Earthlings, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. I just kind of wanted to do a personal introduction to this episode. A thank you. It's kind of a year-end episode. There's going to be two more episodes in the year, and Freedom Rain is going to be my guest wrapping up the year. I met him on the Stereo app, and I'll read his bio right here. Freedom Rain, Oakland, California, music, poetry, elementary teacher in graphic design, individual thinker and destroyer of narratives. We get into it about why education is not free in the U.S. This is going to be a great podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all the listeners from throughout the world. We've got listeners from India, the United Kingdom, Canada, Romania, the Netherlands, Russia, Thailand, the Czech Republic, and many more. Thank you so much. I am humbled. All right, let's get into it. Like everything you just said, I've learned through going down the rabbit hole. Every single point you just pointed out, I could be like, yep. Give me the checklist. Check. Absolutely correct on every single point. I've done my own research, and that's why you and I are talking, right? Like, Freedom Rain and I met on Stereo, and we just happen to be two like-minded people who will not fit in a box, refuse to fit in a box, and like to think for ourselves, you know?
Exactly.
So God bless you, or whatever. God has blessed you, brother.
God has blessed me. We got two messages in the chamber, and then we're gonna get back to the first and second question of why isn't college free, and why hasn't it been free? So let's go ahead and hit these ditties. We got the Daryl Williams in the building. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, I believe it was free for all California state schools and community colleges. All you had to do was pay for books. Up until 1986, I believe. Then Jerry Brown came in and did a bunch of different rebates and different things where it's like they technically made it not free, but it was still free if you could get some coupons or some shit like that. But then it slowly just went up, and then every year since, or every semester since, it's now a couple more dollars every unit till the end of time.
Man, per unit. And just how many students these days are faced with crippling debt? You come out of school crippled with debt. This benefits one group, and of course that's the rich corporate elite, right? Because you're paying off those loans, you're trying to get these entry-level jobs, you're not making anything of yourself, you don't have time to question society deeper, you're just living to the buck. And real quick, shout out to
actually. I just want to add a quick tag onto that. It was actually Ronald Reagan who quit the free college education. And I can't find the clip online now, imagine that. But in the 90s, I was recording stuff off the radio, and I recorded this thing, and it was Reagan's head aide as the governor of California. And his aide was saying, Mr. Governor, unless we do something about this free college tuition, we're going to end up with an overeducated workforce and nobody to man the factories.
Wow.
Well, they straight up said it, right? So guess what? Now, they acted on that, and they took away the free college. But guess what? Now we got no college. So we're a nation full of idiots with no jobs for idiots.
And guess what? Instead of manning the factories, now we're being replaced with AI. Now you just got loose idiots. You're sending all our jobs over shores and replacing us with
loose
computers.
Cannons.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Loose cannons, so that you can have more people to make your patsies. Come on.
And you're surprised that people lose their mind and just go fucking cray.
Right. Yeah. Real quick, shout out to everybody in the building. Vendanya, Sleepy Wonder. What's up, Sleep? Ross Jones, rah, Triple Deuce, Dr. OG Maddox, Mind Fox, Triple Deuce, and we got May the Poet. Oh, did I see her twice? And Mind Fox. I think I said that. We're getting through some of your ditties. Yeah.
Mind Fox, Triple Deuce, and May the Poet. Got a few of my people in the house. Thank you so much.
Gang. All right, we got Ross Jones in the queue. Let's hit.
Not only that, but there's also the guy who leaked the amount of civilians who died during drone strikes, which was 90%.
Ooh, yes. And Obama was kind of like the push button president when it came to drone strikes. Man, we had all kind of civilian casualties, and it makes me think of just after this Afghanistan situation, the withdrawal, when they used a drone to blow up that truck, and they were assuring all of us, oh, we caught an ISIS K target, and this is why we're not a completely screw up. Came out that it was what, three adults and a child, had nothing to do with anything. They just blew up a truck of civilians. No one's held accountable for that. It's just like, oops, oh well, sorry.
Yeah.
That's
No, I'm sorry.
crazy.
I'm sorry, that's unexcusable. I gotta just interrupt real quick. Everybody, please do me a favor. The way the algorithm works on stereo is if you folks clap it up, there's 7 people in here right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. But if you clap it up a little bit, it'll trigger the algorithm. More people will jump in here. And if you share it, even more people. So clap it, clap it, clap it.
Clap it up,
Clap it
and
up.
thanks for that share. We appreciate you. We got Ross Jones in the queue. Let's go.
Well, the Democrats are also trying to pass a reconciliation bill, which includes 2 years of free community college.
That would be nice.
Well, California is doing that now, right? So we have moved in California. We've moved to a policy where junior college is now free in California for the first time in decades.
Nice.
Which leads me to an article I got. But let's go ahead and get through these messages, and then I can read this article I got.
For sure. May, the poet. And yes, she is really a poet. Let's go.
Oh, he said Daryl Williams is in. Oh boy. Okay, Daryl, you got your research department here. My voice is a little better, but not great. I just want to say I'm listening to the conversation and not much to add to it because I went to a really good college myself, and we won't go into that. But no, I don't think education is free at all. I actually come from a family of teachers who are kind of glad that they don't have to be teaching in this day and age with the pandemic and the school issues. My uncle's a retired teacher. My aunt's a retired teacher. My mother was a kindergarten teacher when she was alive. So
nice.
Yeah. Education is not free. And I don't care what kind of spin you put on it. It's just not what it appears to be anymore. But anyway, that's just me. Now I'll go back to my poetry later.
May, funded
read us a
and
poem,
designed.
May.
Yeah, read us a poem. Funded and
she does
oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to point out that the school system in the late 1800s was funded, heavily designed, and made compulsory, partly in part by your favorite people, your favorite family, the Rockefellers. And so that brings us to, again, it's not broken. It's doing exactly what it's designed to. They want people, as George Carlin said, who are just smart enough to repeat the information and push the button and go home, but not smart enough to question the system. And the things you said that Reagan's I'm sorry, I forgot who that was in Reagan's office. His head aide literally echoed those sentiments, is that we don't want a population of smart, critical thinking people. Just, hell no, don't make it free.
Dangerous. And here's an article I got right here. I know what I was going to say. May can do on the fly poems. That's what I was going to say. So May, do us a spontaneous on the fly poem.
About
here's
education.
A quick article.
Yeah,
exactly. Here's a quick, and this is from calmatters.org. The soul-crushing cost of college in California explained by Felicia Mello, November 13th, 2019. It's not your grandparents or even your parents' higher ed system. A young Californian of the baby boomer generation, bolstered by the post-war economic boom and the state's investment in public higher education, could often emerge from college with little to no debt and a clear path to a living wage and home ownership. Today's California